Hello everyone and welcome to Mr. Mo Dynasty. It's episode 20 and in this episode we're going to move the season along in the month of April and we are going to dive into some scouting. We want to build on last year's class. Last year we got a lot of pitching. This year we're really going to be looking at corner positions, first base, third base, left field, right field. We are going to pretty much scout every position player, maybe trickle into some pitching, but for the most part, we're looking for the 6 people we're going to draft. At least 5 of those players I want to be first base, third base, maybe an infielder, like shortstop / second base, but then corner outfields, definitely for sure. Let's get to it.
So we have our first opportunity for scouting to start the year, and so I'm going to take a little bit of time to look through and see what we want to do, and I'll be back when I'll show you our initial look. Okay, so taking a look at our scouting assignments, what we're doing here is our positional needs. We are definitely hitting heavy into the positional players this year. Last year we talked about doing that, but pitching just made more sense. We've reorganized our scouts so that all 3 can actually do positional players. We are citing heavily first base is our number 1 need. We need a power first base. Yes, we did trade for one, but in our minors we don't have any depth, especially young depth at first base. And then priorities 2, 3, and 4 are outfield, left field, center field, right field. We just need to get young there. We don't have a ton of people at third base. Our depth or our quality at third base in our minor league system isn't bad, but we just don't have a lot of people, so that'll be my 5th priority. And then my last priority is going to be relief pitcher. So we're not going to probably draft starting pitchers this year. We're going to go with definitely corner, like first base, corner outfield. If there's a center fielder that makes sense, we're going that route. Third baseman in the late round if we can, just to get a little bit of just a warm body. And then relief pitchers if it makes sense. It doesn't have to be necessarily at lefty or righty. We just don't have a ton of young depth at relief pitcher as well. But it's not the huge priority. We definitely want to get a stud hitting first baseman / left fielder or right fielder, like definitely a corner. As far as what we're doing the first week, I definitely don't want to overlook. We are picking 7th this year. I think, we're drafting. Make sure I got that down. Yeah, we're picking 7th. And so I do want to do diligence on these top 2 because sometimes they do fall. Our bonus allotment is $12.36 million. So we definitely have money to sign those people if we need to. And they could be game changers. Taking a look at them, they're both 21. I definitely like the switch hitting Varela. When you look at what he's offering, that's a lot of contact. He's not much of a power bat, but boy, he sure would solidify your defense up the middle with his speed. Chance to have a really good arm strength and contact hitter. And I like the switch hitting, so I like that about him. And then with our 3rd scout, he's going to be doing discovery, and we're just going to be looking for discovery at international pitchers to start with. Eventually we'll make our way to discovering some of those positions we're looking for, but we're going to start with discovering pitchers international. And so that's what we're going to do for this first week of scouting. And now that we've done scouting, we're going to finish out the series with the Astros. It says roll D8, and I rolled and got strength and conditioning coach event. It says strength and conditioning coach impact. Check the league leaders in home runs. Based on your top home run hitting performer, your strength conditioning coach will see an increase or decrease in the ratings based on the chart. So basically, if we have someone in the top 5 home run hitting, our strength conditioning coach will go up a D or plus D30. If we have one in the top 10, he'll go up a D20. If we have one in the top 20, he'll go up a D10. And if we don't have anybody in the top 20, he drops a D10. I feel pretty good early on in the season. We've definitely hit some home runs. Let's go to the league leaders for home runs. Let's see if we have someone in the top 5. So if you had 3 home runs, you'd be tied for the top 5. We do. Ryan Ward has 3 home runs to start the season. That is top 5. And so we are going to move up a D30 with our strength and conditioning coach. And that's the kind of stuff that we need to catch some breaks. I'm going to find the die and go up that D30. Okay, so once again, we are going to get to go up that D30 for our strength and conditioning coach. Now, he is an F-rated strength and conditioning coach that's rated at a 9. So this is definitely going to be a huge jump for him, hopefully. And I rolled a 18. That's a nice jump. So he's going to go from a 9 to a 27 rated strength and conditioning coach, just like that. Thank you, Ryan Ford. Now we're going to go ahead and simulate the day. And we win 2-0. Look at these White Sox. How did we score? Kyle Teal with a 2-run homer. Brooks Baldwin 2 for 3. Like to see that. Fantastic. Or Jolts put 2 for 4. That's good. Dominic Fletcher continues to hit. 346. And who pitched like a maniac? Jerpy went 7 innings of no runs. He had 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, a 1.28 ERA. Mata comes in for the hold, gets his ERA down to 10. And Karinchak comes in and gets another save after starting out the season a little cold. He's got his second save in a row, and now he's saved 5 out of 7. And we get the win. So for the April 6th, I got a roll that says random event, and it says simulate 11 games. So if you look at the calendar, basically that is going to sim exactly these full 2 weeks here, and we'll pick it up on the 19th for the next event. So we are going to hit a sim here. So we'll see. We've played pretty well with our 3-0 played record, which is certainly buoying the team with 3 played wins. But if you think about it, we're 500 without playing. So if we can continue that pattern, I'd be very happy. Let's see what happens. Look, I had a peek. We're only a half game out of first place. But look at the AL Central, 4 teams with good records of 600 or over. So we've got our work cut out for us. Speaking of, we're going to take on the one team that doesn't have a 600 or above record. That is the Twins, and we're home against the Twins. Can we do some damage here? We have a 6-game homestand, 3 against the Twins and 3 against our division rival Tigers. Let's see what we can do. We lose 8-1. Rhea doesn't do very well. Take the loss. Take another loss against the Twins, 9-4. And we lose 9. That is not a good series. We give up 25 runs and only score 8. And we're back to 500. Let's take a little bit of wind into the sails. All right, now 3-game stretch against the Tigers. And we've now lost 4 in a row, where we've given up an average of 8 runs a game. Whew. And we're dropped to 6-7. And we lose that one 3-4. We have some injuries to take care of. So I'm going to hit the stop the sim now and deal with that. So to show you the plan for week 2 of scouting, we're going to move our number 1 scout of prospect. He's going to look at this first baseman who's ranked 4th in both our board and the MLB board. For my second scout, I'm going to have him look at center fielders in the International League, because we got Tom Varela scouted at about 80%, and so I like to finish that off by using a scout to look at more center fielders than just the one. And then I'm going to have this scout, he looked at international pitchers, found 3. Now we're going to have a look at international pitchers, pitchers in the East. And then next week, I'll move him to scouting international center fielders. That's the plan. So that's our plan for week 2. Back to this week, where we have to sim all 6 games. We need to stop this losing 5 in a row. We do not. We lose 5-0. Maybe a day off will help. We're now 6-9. We win 3-1. We're gonna take care of this. It's good to have Victor Gonzalez back. That gives us 4 middle relievers. Very good. We are in last place at 7-9, but we do get the win 3-1. We lose that one 4-5. We're starting to hit a little bit of injuries. And we lose that one 7-0. Let's make sure they're playing the correct person. So we want Brooks. Let's see. We want doing. Let's see. Probably. Let's have Brooks Baldwin. How do we want to make this work? Switch Sosa and Baldwin. Yeah, let's do that. Definitely a lot of cold hitters right now. Not helping our team. Kyle Teal off to a good start. Oh, this simming has not gone well. We have only won one game since we got the simulate 11 games. And we lose that one as well, 8-0. So when you get a sim 11 games and you go 1-10, when you were 6-3 at the time, yeah, that's a tough stretch. That's a tough stretch of games. All right, we're going to go ahead and take care of scouting. I'll be back. So for this week of scouting for week 3, we are going to have 2 of our scouts look at 2 of the top 7 people on the boards. They're both right fielders, offering slightly different skill sets. So Ray Lengerich is certainly offering tons of speed potential, a decent fielder, just an average hitter across the board, nothing that stands out to you, but definitely more of a fielding 18-year-old. And then here, we definitely get some of that same speed and definitely stealing potential. Maybe not as good an arm, but they're both 18, very raw. And then I'm going to have our third person look at Outfielders International. So that's the goal for this week. And we are going to use that to propel us into this next. We're finally going to see what we get for our rolling, because we have had to simulate 11 games. For the April 19th event, roll D30. I rolled an 18, got a scouting event. It says Scouting Department Misjudged Talent. The Scouting Department misjudged one of your picks from last year. The player's potential is worse than expected. Select the one player from last year's draft who is, quote, performing the worst up to this point in the season. And then use your Scouting Department's rating roll to see how bad it is. So if the Scouting Department would have succeeded, it only would have lost a D5 in potential. But my Scouting Department roll failed, so I lose a D10. I rolled that and got a 6. Who's played the worst? Actually, a lot of our people that we drafted last year are playing extremely well. So I had to go to the AA roster for people that are playing in single A that they don't keep stats on. And since Freddie Collado is the worst rated person that I don't have any stats on, we're going to take it from him. So he's going to drop 6 in potential to a 72. And that is that. Disappointing that he's losing that since he hasn't really gotten to play, but that's how it goes. Next up is April 20th. Roll a D8 and consult the chart. I rolled a 1. That is the strength and conditioning coach. So we'll go ahead and simulate that game on the 19th. Can we avoid the sweep in Milwaukee? We do not, and we get swept by the Brewers. And that means we have now lost 5 in a row, 6 of our last 7, and a whole bunch in our last. We've only got 1 win since we simulated those 11 games. Not a great look for the White Sox. It was promising at one point. Now we are going to make a couple of moves though. So we're going to put Colson Montgomery back at shortstop. That's our first move. Then what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 moves right now, because if you look at this offense, it is struggling. A lot of cold streaks. So we are going to add another player that's a positional player. And also, Juan Correa, the honeymoon's over. He went 0-3 with a 7.88 ERA, a 2 whip. That's just not going to cut it. And, you know, he was a long shot. He had a great spring training, but his ride is over. So we are going to make a couple of moves here. We're going to send Juan Correa down, and we're also going to send down Cam Boozer. Cam Boozer pitched phenomenal for us last year with a 2.38 ERA. I hate to send him down, but we have one more extra pitcher than we probably needed, and I can't really send a lot of these Rule 5 guys down, so Cam Boozer is going to be the one that goes down. And at any point, if we need to bring him up, if Ray Mata continues to maybe struggle a bit, we'll bring him right back up. But for now, it's going to be Juan Correa and Cam Boozer going down. That'll be an option for Juan Correa. And then Cam Boozer is also going to get moved down. And that frees up 2 spots. And what we're going to do is we are going to bring up Noah Schultz. It's his time to come up. He's a B69 22-year-old, and he is pitching phenomenally so far with a 2.1 ERA. The whip's a little high, but he's 2-1. He's got 27 strikeouts. He's pitching phenomenally. I did lean towards Grant Taylor because he is hot, but Noah Schultz is the one that's going to get. Noah Schultz is 22. Grant Taylor is 23. I'm weighing it back and forth. Who do you go for? Maybe Grant Taylor, because we do have two lefties already in the starting rotation. Has Grant Taylor been called up before? He has not. Oh, it's tough. I actually think we're going to go with Grant Taylor, now that I've had time to think it over. So Grant Taylor is actually going to get the call up. And Grant Taylor will have a chance to join the rotation. That sort of gives us 3 righties and 2 lefties. In a perfect world, I'd have moved Jerpy and Taylor, intermingle them. Let's see who would be pitching next for us. It would be Drew Thorpe. So, yeah, maybe we could go ahead and switch it now. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch. Let's put Taylor there and Jerpy there. That's our first move. Now we want to bring up a positional player. And when I look down, it is hard to pass up the opportunity to bring up Ryan Clifford. In 68 at-bats, he's hitting .412 with 5 home runs and 14 RBIs. He's only 22, but I feel like our team needs an infusion of opportunity here. And so Ryan Clifford is going to get the call up. And when you look at his opportunities, he's had 2 options used. So we're going to promote him now. And then we're going to get him right into the starting lineup. We're not calling him up just to sit. No, he is going to get playing time right away. And so then the question is, where do you put Ryan Clifford? Well, Corey Julks is hitting 134 or 154. So we're going to move Chaparro to third, and Julks is going to sit down. And then we are going to move Ryan Clifford up in the lineup. And we're going to bat him probably 5th to start out with. No, we're going to ease him into it. We're going to bat him 6th. We'll split up those lefties a little bit, let Jason Dominguez bat 5th still. And that's against right-handed pitchers. Then against lefties, Ryan Clifford sees a little bit of a drop against lefties, so we might actually, to build his confidence, only have him face against righties. And so in this particular one, we're also trying to shield Kyle Teal with that a little bit. We're going to probably keep the lineup similar here, just the way things are going. For now, I think that's the way we're going to do it. Although Corey Julks is frustrating me. He's just got such good numbers against lefty. You get that 69 contact. But I think we might go. Can he get out of it? Can he hit himself out of this? He's got 69 contact. We're going to let him stay in there for a little longer. See if he can work himself out. So that's what we're going to do there. And now we're going to go down to the triples. And we need to have a first baseman in the triples. And so we are going to have probably Brian Ramos play first base. And then that frees us up for a DH. And Eddie Park is hitting so well. I don't see any reason not to have Eddie Park hit. The question is, we should have Gladney DH, because he's the worst fielder. So Gladney will DH. We're going to have Eddie Park hit 2. And not a ton of people are hitting up here, so we might as well go that route. And then we will also make a corresponding move. We're going to put Rhea back in the rotation there, but maybe not. Maybe. Yeah, we're going to let him see if he can get his confidence back. There. And then we probably have one too many pitchers here. So we are probably going to send down Fraser Ellard to move user there. So we'll send Frazier Eller down to the doubles. And then we're going to send another positional player back up to the triples. We're looking probably at like a first baseman type. The corner person, if we possibly can afford to send one up. Take a look, is there anybody that has earned that call? Wes Cap, probably. We get the call up, except he can't play first. Just not a ton of people hitting really well right now. Brian Galani probably makes the most sense, so we'll send Galani up. He'll get the call there. And let's get the lineup figured out here. So we need a DH against righties. Probably want to get Jordan Sprinkle in there. Nick Maton. We'll make Nick Maton the DH. We'll put Shaw back at third where he belongs, and we'll put Jordan Sprinkle in there. Let Jordan Sprinkle get some hits. Sprinkle him in there, so to speak. And yeah, this gives Eller a chance down there. Okay, so after that, I kind of did some reshuffling, moving players around, but I took care of it. Now we're on to April 20th, and it says roll a D8, and I rolled and got a strength and conditioning coach event. It says power potential for growth. The strength and conditioning coach works with a random MLB position player on hitting the weights hard to improve his left and right power. How hard will he work? Use the chart to determine which player, and then decide how hard you want to hit it. So I rolled and got fourth infielder, which is Brooks Baldwin. So then I have to ask myself, do I want to risk Brooks Baldwin? If I succeed with the workout, I can have most intense, or least intense. If I get most intense, I can improve his left and right power by a two separately rolled D4s. If I give him an intense workout and succeed, it's a D3 to both left and right. If it's least intense, it's a plus D2 and plus D2 to both left and right. The problem is, if you fail the roll from the strength and conditioning coach, instead of getting the power boost, you actually hurt their durability and you don't get the power boost. So it's like risk reward. Well, when I look at my strength and conditioning coach, his rating is, because we don't have a lot of money around here, he's an F27. So basically what that's saying is I have a 27% chance of success in helping his power. I have a 73% chance of failing and hurting his durability. Well, because Brooks Baldwin is a backup. And when you look at his status, he's a 25-year-old 68C. Is Brooks Baldwin ever going to get a chance to make it on a team for a long stay? Is he basically just a bench player? Well, look at his durability. He's got 87 durability. Even if I fail this roll, at most he'll drop down to like a 79 durability. So I think the risk reward, because it is a backup, I'm willing to take it. So I'm going to tell my strength and conditioning coach, hit those weights hard with Brooks Baldwin. So here's the roll. I rolled and got an 82, so it is a failure. So he is going to lose durability. So now we have to roll to see how much durability he's going to lose. I rolled and got a 2. So I feel like that was worth the risk reward. And I wish MLB The Show had that sort of thing, where you had these decision points to make things a little more interesting, to make the franchise experience feel that much more alive. So we're going to lose his durability by 2. And that's not bad at all. And now we're going to send that day. And the losing continues, as now we've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6 in a row, 7 of our last 8. And as you can see, this has not been a good month for us. We should just stop right there. Next up is April 21st. And it's a roll of D60. I rolled a 34 and got a sim. So we're going to go ahead and simulate that day. And we finally win 3-1. The losing stops. We didn't score a lot of runs. Ryan Ward had a 2-hit day, 2 RBIs, had a home run. Kyle Teal had an RBI. Who was the pitcher that stopped it? Hagen Smith. He needed that. His ERA was getting a little big. He goes 7 innings, only gives up 1 run and 8 strikeouts. Mata comes in to get the hold. His ERA is slowly lowering. And Karinchak comes in and gets the save. And his ERA is very high at 7.83, but he does get the save. And more importantly, the bleeding stops. Next up, we have a roll D10, and this is going to be a play game. I roll a 1. This is a playful game, and it's plus or minus D10 manager rating. So this is actually going to affect my rating as a manager. Currently, I'm a C36. And so the opportunity to get my rating from a 36 higher would definitely be appreciated. So we're going to go ahead and go to this. And look at that. We get the pitch with Grant Taylor. I am so excited that we get this opportunity. I love getting to pitch their first game so you can affect their stats and maybe get their first career strikeout, their first career win, all that sort of stuff. We're 8-15. Remember, 3 of those are played wins that I've given, so we've basically gone 5-15 and 6. So getting to play these games is appreciated. The fact that our manager rating's on the line, even more so. We're going to be at home, and I think we are going to go with, let's go with the City Connects. It's Sox against Sox. White Sox, Red Sox. Grant Taylor is going to take on Lucas Giolito, former White Sox himself, Lucas Giolito. Now, do we want to give anybody a rest? Kyle Teal looks awfully tired, and we're going to let Pozo go ahead and hit for him. And then is there anybody else we want to get in there? Look at Ryan Clifford. He's 2 for 5 so far in his early pull-up. Is there anybody else we want to get in there? Maybe Brooks Baldwin in at third for Chaparro. And maybe we move Clifford up to 2. Yeah, Sosa is definitely struggling, although he does hit lefties really well, but this is a righty. So is there anybody else we want to give a shot to? Could Melendez? Does Melendez deserve a chance to start? How do we get him in the lineup? First, third. So Brooks can play second. There we go. That's how we can do this. Well, let's get Melendez a chance to start. And Clifford, he can only play first. And Melendez gets a chance to start. I don't know that I've hit with him very much. So this is what we're going to go with. Red Sox, White Sox. They don't have a ton of people hitting. Roman Anthony's hit pretty well as DH. Here we go. This is an opportunity that we can definitely use to improve our chances of turning things around. Because right now we are on a skid. Taking on the 500 Red Sox. Come out in our South Side City Connect uniforms. Grant Taylor has 5 pitches, 4-seamer, cutter, slider, curveball, and change. His fastball can get up to 95. He's going to face David Hamilton. Currently only hitting .222, but he does have 4 home runs in the leadoff spot. And the first pitch for Grant Taylor in his career, he throws a strike, paints the black in the top corner at 94. What a pitch. 1-2 count for Grant Taylor. Can't get David Hamilton to bite on that cutter inside. 2-2. And he strikes him out with the cutter. Grant Taylor's first major league strikeout, his first batter faced. And now for this moment, he can claim the best ERA in Major League history at 0. However, he's going to have to keep pitching. Jarren Duran swings at that cutter, and it looks like Taylor's definitely favoring that cutter right now. 1-2 count. Throws that ball down the middle. Not the best placement. Let's see what he's got for his curveball. Throws that in the dirt. 2-2 count. Throws the curveball in the dirt as well. And we're back to a full count. Throws the cutter. Fletcher running over. Not going to be able to make that play. 3-2 count. Swings. Brooks Baldwin makes the play on the speedy Duran. Might have got help. That might have been ball 4. And they're going to show some. Ooh, that's a rough 0.94 average for Rafael. 2 away. Cool graphic, by the way. But then would be the show. And up comes Rafael Devers, hitting a cool 200.
That's ball 2.
Although he is number 1 on the Red Sox with 12 RBIs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
So far, they're not biting on the curveball. Devers has a hitter's count, 3-1. And he drives that ball. That's going to be at least a double. As Ward struggles, he gets it in. And Devers has himself a 2-out double, his 7th of the season. Christian Casas now with 2 outs.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Takes that fastball. Swings through the changeup. Taylor already up 22 pitches in this first inning. There was the slider. That's the first time we've seen the slider today. Breaks that out to try to get the strikeout. And throws the cutter in there. Alex Bregman on deck. And he strikes him out with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Grant Taylor gets through the first inning. He threw a lot of pitches, but for his first inning of Major League experience, he'll always remember he got 2 strikeouts in the inning. And we're going to face the former White Sox, Lucas Giolito. He's 1-3 in the early campaign. High strikeout rate. However, he is 1-3. Fletcher leads off for us. And Giolito features a 4-seamer, a circle change, a slider, and a 12-6 curve. Fletcher late on that fastball. 2-2. Fletcher tried to take it down the left field line there. Good stroke. Just a little late. Oh, what a shot. I believe that was perfect. Good stroke from Dominic Fletcher. Let's see if it was perfect. I believe it was. It felt good off the controller. And it was perfect. 111 off the bat. And up is Ryan Clifford, who is 2 for 4 since he got called up. And he swings the circle change. You don't see that kind of circle change in the triples, do you, Ryan? 1250 OPS in 4 at-bats. Can he be the spark to turn this offense around? Oh! The rookie gets a very favorable call from the umpire for the pitcher. And sometimes rookies get rung up on calls like that. Clifford didn't like it, but welcome to the majors. Next up, Ryan Ward hitting .293. Good eye there from Ryan Ward. Now he's got a favorable 2-1 count. I'm thinking fastball up here. Oh, there it was. How did I miss it?
2 balls,
Oh, I had the perfect PCI placement, but I threw it by me. And then he goes through the changeup and makes me look silly. Giolito records his second strikeout. And now we have Alec Burleson hitting 156.
2 balls.
Not going to bite at that high fastball. Throws it by 95 miles an hour. Burleson second on the team in home runs with 3. No one's beating. Oh. Popped up the circle change. Yeah, no one's beating our third place hitter with home runs. Giolito gets to the first. We have no score here in Chicago. Alec Bregman, former Astro.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Lays off that pitch. The slider. And he gets a pretty good hit on the ball, but Ward is back to make the catch. Yeah, Ward doesn't get good breaks on the ball, but he does have good enough speed to play center field, and he's the best option we've got to keep his bat in the lineup. Will there be a chance for him to move back to first base at some point? Maybe. We're just trying to make this work.
Helpful.
That's a 3-2 count. To Willer Abreu. And he lays off. And Grant Taylor gives up his first walk of his major league career. Next up is Connor Wong. Brothers of one of my favorite players, Colton Wong.
2-1.
Love me some Colton Wong back in the day. As a Cardinal fan, he was one of my favorite Cardinals. What a great pitch to run on. The changeup. Melendez throws to first, and there's 2 away. Good job by the Red Sox staying on the double play there. And that brings up Fiala, who is really cold right now. And that's the kind of pitch you swing at when you are in the cold streak that he's in right now. And that's usually the call that gets called strike 3 when you're struggling like he is right now. Oh, she shows restraint. That's 3-2. And we strike him out on the cutter. Taylor gets out of the little jam there. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. Yeah, Taylor's thrown a lot of pitches, but if he could get through 5 innings and keep doing what he's doing, we would be ecstatic. That was hit off the end of the bat for Jason Dominguez, who continues to struggle at the plate. He got the big contract for us. When I say big contract, for the White Sox, for the GM Reinsdorf to give us that kind of money. And we've got to make that count. And right now he is maybe pressing a bit too much. He doesn't hold back. He's just coming back from his injury a couple days back now.
That's a ball.
Hitting 238.
2 strikes. Full count.
Good eye. Folsom Montgomery with the full count.
3.
And he takes strike 3. Third strikeout for Giolito. And he painted the black there inside. That brings up Yoel Pozo. Fouls that pitch off. Yeah, what a great Rule 5 pickup Pozo is. I will keep re-signing him. He is a great backup catcher to have in your team. In real life, the Cardinals have gotten him, and what a great story. Living out of his car, and now in the majors. Oh, struck him out. Giolito picks up his 4th strikeout, I think. And we look at the White Sox last games. We see a lot of X's there, a lot of losses. So we're trying to get out of that funk. We go to the top of the 3rd. And we get a strikeout on Roman Anthony, who's hitting 304. That'll lower his average. That's the 4th strikeout for not for Giolito, for Grant Taylor. Back up to David Hamilton. who swings early on the fastball. Yeah, David Hamilton leading off. Leads the Red Sox with 4 home runs. As he is head on that pitch.
3-2.
Yeah, can't quite get the curveball, or excuse me, can't quite throw the changeup with great effect yet. But we are going to get a foul ball on the fastball, and Melendez is over to make the play. 2 away. And Duran's second chance up. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball to center field. Ward's under it, and Grant Taylor has pitched 3 innings of shutout ball. We go to the bottom of the third, no score. So showing us to recap, this is the rubber match. They won the first game 4-1. We won the second game 3-1. Brooks Baldwin, the superhero, batting 8th. It's going to foul off that circle change, and it's 1-2. I think we're going to choke up here. Circle swing. And look at this. Down the line, get down, ball, get down. Oh, Brooks Baldwin. Tried to drop that into shallow left field, but it wasn't shallow enough. That brings up Ivan Melendez. Hasn't had a lot of at-bats this year, hitting 200.
Ball.
Getting a spot start here. Another one of our Rule 5 acquisitions. One of our many. Fouls the circle change off. Oh, good foul there on the slider. Giolito up to 45 pitches. 2-2 count. Oh, good PCI placement there for Melendez, fouling that off because that was probably going to be called a strike. It's a good battle here for Melendez.
I got 3
And then showing the ability to hold off on that slider. 3-2, and I think he's going back to the fastball. And there it was. Just didn't get around on it. This is a good at-bat for Melendez. Full count. Making Giolito work. Oh, he got it by him at 93. Melendez now going to dip under the Mendoza line. That's the 5th strikeout for Giolito. Dominic Fletcher, what a season he's having so far. 288 average.
That's a ball.
And I have a feeling he's going to lead off for us for a good portion of the season. Maybe the whole season. He keeps this up. So I feel like Giolito's throwing the fastball high in the zone, so we're definitely going to move that PCI placement a little higher.
3-2.
I feel like he's been really trying to work that fastball up in the zone. And there it is, the tomahawk. Dominic Fletcher pokes it the other way. Tomahawk style single for Dominic Fletcher as he continues to raise that average. And that brings up Ryan Clifford, who has a very nice 3-1 count. We are going to ambush hit. Look for the fastball right in there.
Count's full.
We're not going to ambush hit, but we are going to send the runners. 3-2, 2 outs. And that's going to be a weak ground ball to short. He's going to throw it to first. Ryan Clifford is out. We've played 3, no score. Looking at some news there. Look at that. Ryan Clifford, the number 4 first baseman prospect in MLB, and number 9 for the Chicago White Sox. Got a double in his debut. And Rafael Devers is up with a 1-1 count. He unleashes, but it's foul. He was way on top of that. We are going to go change up. And we strike him out. Perfect pitch for Grant Taylor. That's how you throw that changeup. His 5th strikeout of the day. Next up is Tristan Cassis. And that changeup is in for a strike. And he strikes him out on the curveball. Grant Taylor now starting to mix up his pitches. Early on, he was going pretty much fastball and cutter. But now he's mixing in certainly more changeups. Seems like he's getting a feel for that changeup a lot better. And this is a cutter. Colson Montgomery makes the throw. And a quick inning for Grant Taylor. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Still no score. Can the White Sox give any sort of run production? It's up to Ryan Ward to lead things off, leading the team in home runs. Giolito went with the circle change. Smart, because I was thinking the high fastball. Definitely geared up for that. Oh, good foul there from Ryan Ward. Might have been a ball. I mean, it certainly is out of the zone, but considering I was looking high, it was a good foul. And that ball is ripped into the gap. Ryan Ward is going to get a double. Maybe didn't need to slide there. Did anyway. Get that jersey, get that uniform dirty. And that's his fourth double of the young campaign. Yeah, what a pickup Ryan Ward has been for this White Sox squad. And now, Allen Burleson, can you do something? That was a high slider. Oh, that was the pitch. I want my swing back. I want it back now. Oh, my PCI placement. Oh, that ball was a home run ball. Wow. Alec Burleson, you know, when you're hitting 300, you hit that ball out. When you're hitting 154, you know, you miss it. And the 12-6 gets Burleson, and his struggles continue. 6 strikeout. That brings up, speaking of struggling, Jason Dominguez. Let's get out of this funk, Jason. You got a runner in second. Fouls it off, and it's 2-2. That 75 power is just so impressive against righties. Let's use it.
Full count.
They're a full count. 3-2. Come on, Jason Dominguez. The crowd get into it. That ball is going to be caught, and we're not going to tag because it wouldn't do us much good, and we would have been thrown out anyway. So a leadoff double, and now we have 2 outs. That's good PCI placement there. Come on, Colson Montgomery. Bring him home. I don't think that's going to do it. Slider, center cut, PCI placement off just a tad. And we strand the leadoff double for Ryan Ward, and there's still no score. As we look at both pitchers, look at that. Similar stat lines, although we've only given up 1 hit and 1 walk. They've given up 3 hits and no walks, but 6 strikeouts. But still a great outing so far for Grant Taylor. Probably going to go 5. Nice pitch. And he throws the slider, kind of hung up there on Abreu. But it was so bad it was good, and that's the 7th strikeout for Grant Taylor. Except Connor Wong. Fouls off that fastball. And there was the perfect changeup. Melendez, can he make the play? Oh, that is close. Bang, bang. Are they going to give us a chance to look at it? I think they will. I feel like challenging. I mean, it was close. He's out. We're going to challenge that, and we are going to say, put the earmuffs on. Yeah. All right. We'll take a look at it. Yep. Watching the play. Ball in glove. He is out, and there's 2 outs. Nice job, Coach Mo, on the challenge. Nice job, Melendez.
Ball.
Let's see if we can get Grant Taylor through 5 innings of shutout ball. There's the strike. Evens the count at 2-2. Look at that curveball. Beautiful. Rafaela able to just make contact with that. Bella. Liner. Oh, good play, Ryan Clifford. We've played 5 innings, at least for the White Sox on defense. We go to the bottom of the 5th, no score, but we are definitely going to start warming up pitchers. And lefty, lefty, lefty. This would be a good time. Wow. Do we go Victor Gonzalez? I think we do. We'll warm up Curtis as well. So Pozo will start off against Giolito. Takes a strike down low. Yeah, we've been looking more for the high strike, the high fastball, so that pitch definitely caught us off guard there. That circle change hung, and we couldn't do much with it. That's still a 1-2 count.
2 balls, 2
Inside
strikes.
fastball really wasn't competitive. Pozo showing a good eye, and it's 2-2. Good job fouling that curveball out. Was that in the strike zone? Nope, but could be called. Have to protect with 2 strikes. Fouled off that slider, and we are making Giolito work here. He's trying to get through 5, already at 88 pitches. And we strike out on that fastball. Pozo 0 for 2 in the day. That brings up Brooks Baldwin, who's worked a full count because that's what he do. Brooks Baldwin is going to ground that up the middle. Can his fast electric speed beat it out? Oh, it can't. The electric speed of Brooks Baldwin with that impressive hit there just wasn't enough. I can't believe Brooks Baldwin couldn't run that one out. And there's 2 outs. And it's up to Ivan Melendez hitting 190. He cracks that into center field. More like center right. And the right fielder actually makes the catch. We've played 5. And Coach Mo has a decision to make. Do you send Grant Taylor back out to face lefty, lefty, lefty? And the answer is going to be no. They're going to ease Grant Taylor in. Great job. Grant Taylor pitches 5 innings of shutout ball. No need to overextend him when you've got lefty, lefty, lefty. And interesting enough, Victor Gonzalez has actually given up a better average this year. 2 lefties. Let's see what he can do against Roman Anthony. 9-1-2. There's the sinker. Dominic Fletcher back to make the play. And there's 1 out. David Hamilton up with a 2-2 count. How did he lay off that pitch? He does a good job just fouling that off. And wow, he got all that sinker. I don't think we should throw that pitch again. There's the circle change. David Hamilton, what an at-bat. Just fouling off everything Victor Gonzalez gives him. And there's the sinker and gets the call. David Hamilton can't believe it. He had ball 4. He already had his ticket punched to first base. And if you look at that, painted the black just a bit. And here's Duran. He's going to hit this to Brooks Baldwin. 91 speed, but it wasn't enough. Baldwin, sensational glove work out there from Brooks Baldwin. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still no score. And we are going to, they're going to have lefty, lefty, righty. We may actually pitch him another inning. We'll stretch and toss Mata just in case. We have Curtis already ready to go. And they're going to bring in the lefty, Brennan Bernardino. And he's got 4 pitches as they bring in the lefty. Sinker, curveball, cutter, slider to face 1, 2, 3. Fletcher swings and misses. They got Miller and Sewell. All Sewell in the bullpen. Fletcher having a great day today, 2 for 2. Unfortunately, it's going to be 2 for 3 as he pops up to shortstop. Yeah, smart to bring in the lefties. We have a lot of lefties early on. Ryan Clifford.
Nope.
Good eye from
That's
Ryan
inside.
Clifford there. Two, one, count. That evens the count. Yeah, Clifford was a great acquisition for us in the trade. He was tearing it up. And that's a fair ball. Can Clifford beat it out? What a play down at third base. Wow. Nice play, Devers. Fist of that just went fair. Devers from the grass makes the play. That's a fantastic play. And next up, Ryan Ward. So, yeah, lefty, lefty, lefty. Swings through the sinker.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls the sinker once again. And there we go again down the left field line, but this time Devers can't get it. And Ryan Ward with a 2-out single. He's 2 for 3 in the day. Good job, Ryan Ward. Way to battle. And our 4th lefty in a row, Alec Burleson. 1 for 10 in the series. He's batting 152. And they're going to call that a strike. Wow. Okay, so the count's even at 2. And that's going to be hit in the opposite field. But it's going to be caught. We've played 6 innings, and it's still no score. And we're going to send Victor Gonzalez out there again to face Devers.
1 ball.
Look at Devers hitting .095 against lefties this year. That's why you keep our lefty out there in Victor Gonzalez.
Nope. Outside.
Devers takes. And he strikes him out on the sinker. Devers goes down. Gonzalez will stay and also face Tristan Casas. And he flails at that pitch.
2 strikes.
Gonzalez working quickly.
Ball.
Can't get the circle change. And he is getting tired, so this will be his last batter. Perfect sinker inside, but couldn't quite get the punch out. Wow, Casas doing a good job of working Gonzalez here. Just foul ball after foul ball. What an at-bat from Tristan Casas. And he somehow gets the strikeout on that ugly stick work from me. And that'll be all for Victor Gonzalez. And we are going to bring in John Curtis. And we'll warm up Mata just to be sure. Victor Gonzalez, good job. Ozo says, well done. Coach Mo says, well done. Gets a little pat on the backside. And in comes John Curtis with the 3.75 ERA in this season. Righty's hitting 154. Lefty's 187. But he is facing a 3-1 count against Alex Bregman. That's going to be a ground ball to Melendez. Melendez, nice range, makes the play. Oh, no, can't make the perfect throw, and that's going to be E5 on Melendez. Clifford couldn't quite help him out. He's still working on his defense. Still very young. I mean, it's a good play for Melendez, but, make a good throw. Set your feet. Kind of buried that ball. And now Curtis has to face an extra batter. And that's going to be hit this Brooks Baldwin. The flip and then out. Curtis recovers. The Sox take the Red Sox out of this inning. And once again, the Red Sox only have one hit. White Sox have 4, but no score. We have the 7th inning stretch, and the Red Sox will bring in former Cardinal Shelby Miller, who's now in relief. As both pitchers did an outstanding job today, shutting out the other squad. But now we face Shelby Miller, 4-seamer, slider, and splitter. Jason Dominguez, 0 for 2 on the day. Very common theme this year, 0 for Jason Dominguez. He needs to turn things around. And that's why you're batting 139 with wild swings like that. Yeah, for Shelby Miller, what do? Throw the splitter low or go up higher? He went with the slider. Not sure I agree with that decision. Take it, though, because that was not competitive. That's a full count. Jason Dominguez, a walk is as good as a hit. And that's going to be a slider. Not bad contact, but one away. I think we were a little behind on it. Yeah, great side placement. Oh, actually good. So that's just on Jason Dominguez. Pulse Montgomery up. Strike. Swings through the fastball. Just a little too late. Olsen hit 231. That's going to be 2-2. What do you say, Colson Montgomery? How about giving this ball a ride? Right there. No, he's going to strike out on the slider. Shelby Miller. 2 up, 2 down. That brings up Yoel Pozo. Good job laying off that splitter. He hadn't really showcased that splitter yet, and there it was. A good job holding off. We're going to guess high fastball. Oh, how do we miss that? What do we do? What do we do wrong? What do we do wrong, Pozo? Oh, we had our PCI placement too high. Oh, he struck out on the slider. That was ball 4. 7 innings of shutout ball. We go to the top of the 8th. No score. We're going to warm up Bradis. Mata's already ready to go. It's going to go righty, righty, lefty. So we're going to go at least righty, righty with Curtis. And see how it goes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2-2 count. Kind of long. Evens the count.
We got full count.
Curtis is going to want to challenge him here. And that ball is foul. He was on it. Come on, Brooks. Stay with it. Stay with it. Baldwin can't make the play. Knocked it down, but couldn't make the play. They're going to call that a hit. Now you wonder will the Red Sox bunt? They're going to bring in pinch hitter Masasaki Yoshida. He is a lefty, 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 and that will be all we need to know. Ray Mata is going to come in. Curtis is out. And in will come Ray Mata, our young lefty hurler who struggled early. He's since lowered the ERA, but look at the lefty average, 4.35. You're supposed to be good at lefty-lefty, and yet he's given up a 4.35 average. We need to have that improve if he's going to stay in the majors. He has that funky delivery, Ray Mata does. So you're hoping that will pay dividends. There's that curveball. Brooks Baldwin only plays the first. 1 away. So in a way, Yoshida did the job. Moved the runner over. And now it's Roman Anthony's job to bring him in. It's our job to keep that from happening. And there's the changeup. Melendez make a good throw. Does make a good throw, 2 away. Ray Mata doing his thing. As we have a bunch of lefties in a row.
Ball 2.
David Hamilton.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Woo, swings through that sweeper.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And how did he hit that cutter? I will never know. And he swings on the cutter. Ray Mata, filthy. Let's lower that lefty on lefty average. We go to the bottom of the 8th. White Sox just need a run. Paul Sewell's going to come in. We have Paredes ready and waiting. We'll stretch and toss Karinchak. Brooks Baldwin, you're 0 for 2. Sewell features a fastball. Not very fast, though. A sweeper and a circle change. So he's more about the control. Starts out with the sweeper.
1 ball.
Look at Brooks Baldwin. He hits much better against righties than lefties, so that's why he's going to stay in the game. And because he's Brooks Baldwin, you don't take out Brooks Baldwin. Although he strikes out on the sweeper, back-to-back sweepers. And next up is Ivan Melendez. We are going to take him out, I believe. Who are we going to go with, though? What do we want to do? Who could play? Let's see. Do we want to bring somebody in for him? I feel like our options are pretty good. We're going to leave Melendez in. 0 for 2 in the day. Fouls off the circle change. And I just feel like the way we're pitching, we just need a run. Just need one. That's not going to be it. Melendez fouls out to first base on the sweeper. And there's 2 away. And we're back up to Dominic Fletcher, hitting .293 on this White Sox squad. Paul Sewell just doing a good job of locating quite well, not blowing anything by. And speaking of, blows the fastball by us. We've played 8 innings of no-run ball for these White Sox. And Ray Mata is going to stay out and pitch to the lefty-lefty lineup of Duran, Devers, and Casas. 2, 3, 4. Ray Mata.
That's a ball.
Gets that changeup in there, and it's even at 2-2. And he swings at the sweeper. Yeah, these Red Sox hitters, are struggling to see the release point of Ray Mata. Could be the shadows. Oh, Devers didn't have a problem. But we're there to catch it 2 away. That brings up Casas, who struck out 3 times today. And he is in danger of striking out with the golden sombrero. Ooh, barely hanging in there. Ray Mata looking for that strikeout. And there it is! The golden sombrero for Casas. 4 strikeouts. He throws the bat. Yeah, blame the bat. It's the bat's fault. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Can the Sox walk it off? It's the first team to 1. They're going to keep Seward out there. And we are going to warm up Karinchak. Ryan Clifford hitting .286. Oh, no, you can't call. Man, Ryan Clifford must have ticked off the umpire before this game, because that's the second time he's gotten hosed on a call. And Ryan Clifford strikes out, and he is angry, and he is jawing at the umpire. 2 for 3 in the day, but Sewell gets the call. 1 away. Ryan Ward, favorable count. Swings at the fastball up,
2-2 the count.
and it's 2-2. He swung so hard there, he's looking to end it with one swing.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
I'm sure somewhere Clifford saying, oh, that's not a strike? All right, full count. Walk is as good as a hit. Fortunately, that ball is going to not make it out of the park. Opposite field fly out. And we're down to Alec Burleson, who's 1 for 11 in the series. He could single-handedly end this game against Paul Sewell, but he's hitting currently 151.
Ball.
Takes that pitch. And we're going to do a little ambush hitting here.
3 balls,
3-1
1
count. And yeah, I think if Alec Burleson got on, I would pinch run for him. We're going to ambush hit again. Oh, there was ball 4, but we saw our eyes got big. 3-2 count. Oh, he paints it low and inside. We weren't looking for that. That means we're going to go to the 10th inning in a no-score game. We have the ghost runner on. So we are going to go to James Karinchak. It's not a save opportunity, but good job, Ray Mata. You lowered your ERA. You lowered your lefty average opposed. Great job. And then comes James Karinchak. Not a save opportunity, but an opportunity to keep that runner on second base. When we look at, we can't look at James Karinchak. I was hoping to see what is, can we see his player card? Yeah, look at that clutch, 89 clutch. That's what I'm wanting to throw at them, is that 89 pitching clutch. All right, Bregman, 5, 6, and 7. Swings at the two-seamer.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, Karinchak gets the call. Bregman, like many batters today, not happy with that call, and I can't blame him. This ball was not a strike, and Bregman is upset. The umpire calls him out. Very favorable call. Look at that ball. That is not in the strike zone. We will take it. Wow, James Karinchak throwing it by him.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2.
Yeah, if they're going to give you that much
2
coverage,
strikes.
Karinchak will be unhittable. Ward makes the play. And fortunately for us, there's also 3 speed at second, so a base hit like that, still not a guarantee he would score. Good job, Ward, making the play, and there's 2 away. That was good hit. Karinchak already tired, but we're going to pitch him in this inning. But this will probably be his last batter. That ball is hit to Dominguez. Dominguez is going to make the play, and we get out of the 10th with the ghost runner. Now, can we just plate that runner? Because that's the day for Karinchak. They're going to bring in Justin Slayton. Yeah, we want to replace Alec Burleson. Who's got the speed? Because Burleson's speed is 19. 22, 47, 79. Oh, it's easy. Don Brown will be our pinch runner. And then we're also going to make Paredes. He's going to come in the game. Although, actually, Jake Eater makes more sense. Lefty, lefty, lefty. Yeah, we're going to have Jake Eater. Hopefully we don't need it. Hopefully Jason Dominguez here can do his job and move this runner over. Cutter, four-seamer, sweeper, and curve is Justin Slayton's repertoire. Let's see what we can do here. Whew. Came in 95. Came in hot. Maybe it was this delivery, but it seemed like it just snuck up on us. We're going to choke up. And it doesn't matter. We get the strikeout on the cutter. And Dominguez can't do his job. Let's watch the stat cast here. Good pitch. 3-1 count. Come on, Colson Montgomery. We were ambush hitting, and they threw the cutter, and we swung at it. That wasn't the zone we were looking at. It's a 3-2 count. Come on, Colson Montgomery. Oh, they go. We caught a break there. Slayton doesn't like it. Can't blame him. A very inconsistent strike zone. And in comes Pozo, and I think we are going to make the switch. Pozo's 0 for 3. We're going to bring in Kyle Teal. He's our one left-handed batter. The youngster, can he be a hero? It's a 1-2 count. Good eye, Kyle Teal. Right at the Mendoza line. Going to get his first Major League winning RBI.
3-2.
He is not biting on those curveballs. So I'm thinking cutter is coming. We need to be ready for that cutter.
Ball 4.
And they don't call it. And the bases are loaded. And who has a chance to win it for us? No other than Brooks, the Bomber Baldwin. Come on, Brooks Baldwin. 2-1 count. Foul ball. And the count is 2-2. Brooks Baldwin. Is it deep enough? We're going to test it. Here comes the plate. The plate. The throw is off. The game is over. The White Sox win. The White Sox win. Brooks Baldwin does it again. Superman. Don't step in his cape. Brooks Baldwin with the sacrifice fly. And the White Sox win in extras. You gotta love the bat flip from Brooks Baldwin here. That ball wasn't that deep. A better throw. Duran kind of clutched and I don't know. That was kind of ugly. But Brooks Baldwin felt like he knew it. He knew it right away. Brooks Baldwin shaking the head. That's right. That's right. You know who the master is. It's Brooks Baldwin. It's my world. The rest of you are just lucky to live in it. Congratulations, White Sox. They pull off another low-scoring game. But a win is a win. Let's look at the stat line. Grant Taylor, player of the game, goes 5 innings, 7 strikeouts in his debut. Karinchak picks up the win. Ryan Ward 2 for 4. Dominic Fletcher 2 for 4. Sacrifice fly for Brooks Baldwin. Fantastic. And that means we're going to get to move up our manager rating. I rolled a 6. So now my rating is up to a 42 overall. So I went from a 36 down rated as a 42. And every little bit helps. Why did we go up? Because we played Brooks Baldwin. That's why. We win the series. Fantastic.
This season sure is a lot more fun than season 1. We are playing some great, fun, competitive baseball. We're not scoring a lot of runs, but our pitching is doing phenomenal. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.